What do you need when you have a good catch up with friends? Well, firstly, you need your friends, so that'd be you by pressing this video. Hello, thank you friend for joining me. Secondly, you almost always, it's actually an obligation, you need a cup of tea. I don't know what accent that was, but a cup of tea. Check here in my fancy new mug, which is even a friendship mug. Look, look, look at that beautiful mug. Isn't it gorgeous? And generally, a cup of tea can be a bit lonely, often needs a biscuit or a cake or something to go on the side. So I have something I've not tried with a cup of tea before, an apple pie. Let's do this. Dear Shelley, Sophia and everybody else that is watching, welcome. Now I must admit that I have done this video so many times because I actually had my phone on this, which I normally have on my window, and then I talk to you and I'm all free to gesture. Well, this fell off the window about 8 times while I was doing the video. So annoying! So I'm not using that anymore, I've got the right half with it. Whatever. So my phone that I'm talking to you on is now balanced on my complete works of Shakespeare, an aroma box I made when I was 10, 11, 12, and my other book version of Romeo and Juliet holding it this way. So if this fails now, Shakespeare is the only one to blame, okay? Anyway, what a performance. It's been a long time since I've done one of these videos, 3 months, and so there's quite a bit I want to talk to you about today. I want to give you a brief, yes I'm going to try and be brief, and give you a summary of the last 3 months. And then I want to talk to you about something that a lot of people have been drawing to my attention about myself, and it ties in with Sophia's video about her talking to us about having a personality disorder. So that's going to be a little bit deep, I think. At least it was when I filmed it a little while ago, before my phone and everything broke. So we're now in 2018. How did this happen? Thank goodness it did though, because I don't know about you, 2017 was pants. I don't want 2017 ever again. Please. Please, no more. So, the last 3 months since I've done one of these videos, well, a lot happened. How do we even begin with this? So, in September of last year, I had a bit of a mental breakdown because of various issues that happened in the past that I hadn't really dealt with, and then all of a sudden I'm having panic attacks again and just ugh. So that's why I was not in the right mindset to do one of these videos. Sorry, but I just wasn't. It is what it is. Then in October, my grandmother died, which was beyond rubbish. I know that when somebody dies, people often ask, like, oh, how old were they? Were they ill? Can tell you now, I don't care if they're 450 and if they've had the plague. It doesn't make it any easier. I don't care how old they are or how sick they've been. Death still sucks and it still hurts and we still miss them. It is what it is. So for our family, that was, still is, very difficult. My grandmother had vascular dementia, as you guys know, which basically meant that I lost a piece of her every time I saw her. She did not know who I was. For quite a while I was just a good doctor because she'd associate me when she was in hospital after her fall and when she broke her hip. And you know, it's one of those things that I think when you grow up as a little person, there's so much you don't know and don't understand about human relationships and why people are the way they are. And it's so heartbreaking for me because it's only actually since my nan got really ill and has unfortunately passed away, it's only been then that I really get to know her. We were able to go and visit her friend that they've been pen pals since they were about 14. So they know each other like the back of each other's hand, and being able to talk to her was amazing because I got to know my nan the way she should be, not ill, not in pain, not feeling like she hated me. The fact was, she didn't hate me, not at all. She loved me, but she wasn't well, and I, as a little person, just took that to mean that she didn't like me. And then when her dementia got so bad she forgot me, you can't build a relationship with someone like that. So even though the pain that comes with that grief, I am so excited to meet her in paradise because I finally feel like I understand her. And the more I've learnt about her from her friend, it sounds like my nan had a really mischievous side to her, and she loved adventure. And I think in a way I'm like that. I love adventuring and trying new things, and also I know I can be slightly mischievous. So I'm really looking forward to seeing her the way she should be and getting to know her properly. So even though that was really, really rubbish in 2017, not going to focus on it because we're just looking forward at all the good things to come. So then after that had happened, Mum got ill, then I got ill, then Grandad got worse, and we had a car accident. Yay! Seriously, it was just such a disaster. Our beloved Flora the Borer is alas no more. She has been completely written off. We have no Flora anymore. We've left a pretty incredible dent in the barriers of this island that we went into. The good thing is we weren't seriously injured. I won't go into the details of the accident or what happened, but basically it was 5:30 in the morning. Mum was driving me to work. It was when we had all the snow and ice and slush, and we just went into an island, and Mum got trapped in the car, and it was just horrible. I can't, make out like it was some fabulous experience. It wasn't, and in all honesty, I don't think I've ever been so scared because I just didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know, in those first few seconds, I didn't know if Mum was seriously injured. I didn't know if I was okay because your body goes into shock. And it wasn't actually until we were home and settled that we started to realise actually we're kind of hurt from all this. I had damaged my neck. I don't know why I'm pointing, it's not like you don't know what a neck is, but hey, I'm doing it now. My neck, my shoulders, and my spine, which was fun. Nothing majorly bad. I saw my sports therapist and he sorted me out and straightened me out and just had to be taking it easy for a while. Mum's hurt her shoulder and arm because it was side impact. And even though I think it was halfway in December we had the accident, so we're nearly into a month ago now, and we're still a bit sore. Mum's arm's still quite painful from it, so not ideal at all. But I know I'm dramatic a lot of the time, so this probably isn't going to have the sincerity that it needs to, but we're alive. It could have easily, it's like any situation, you could just say, well, just 1 second more, or 1 metre, or just a little bit difference in speed or distance or time. Things could have turned out very differently. So without sounding melodramatic, I'm just glad we're alive, we're safe, and thanks to Jehovah being mind-blowingly awesome. I'm not going to go into the details of how it happened because that would be an entirely different long video. We have a new car and it's so fancy. It's really fancy. I'm a council house kid, okay? It's almost too fancy for us, but I love it. It's a really nice little car. It's not little, it's a beast, but it's a nice car. And I am so grateful we have a car because it meant we could go and see Grandad and spend some time with him. I got to see you guys for a short period of time, and it just means that things like ministry are so much easier with a car. Things like return visits, you don't realise how difficult that is without a car until you don't have a car. And especially in winter, it's so cold all the time. My life. And also it's a safety thing, because for me, you know, I'm up at 4, I'm at work by 5:30, it's dark, and some days in the week I don't finish on the ministry till about 8 o'clock at night. It's again dark, and well, to be honest, it's been getting dark from about 3:30, so. But it's nice then to be in the car, because you don't feel like walking across parks or town or anything. You just feel a bit safer. So we have a car, hooray! All good. So that's pretty much what happened in the last 3 months since I've done one of these videos. And so now I wanted to talk to you about myself. It's a broad topic, but recently a few people have made the same comment about me, and I just wanted to talk about it. Because obviously you guys, we've been friends now for a year. Happy friendiversary! Wow, my arms looked really long when I did that. Let's not do that again. Happy friendiversary. Yeah, we've been friends for a year now, and in that year we've got to know each other a lot better. But the fact is, we've not really scratched the surface still, because as human beings we're all complex creatures, and there's a lot to learn about somebody. It's going to take a long time to get to know you guys really, really well, and vice versa. But recently, quite a lot of people have said the same thing to me, and so I wanted to talk to you about it. The comment that has been made is, Chanel, you are really intense. And I just wanted to talk to you about that, because firstly, for anybody, which will probably be all of you, that has spent time with me, spoken to me, watched these videos, however you have interacted with me, you will have thought this about me, okay? I'm a serious drama queen, I'm melodramatic, I'm intense as a person. I know this about me. People saying it, it's not drawing it to my attention, it's part of who I am. So, it's one of those things, I think in the truth we do a lot of self-analysis, and it's not a bad thing, because we change all the time. Everything changes in the truth. The only thing that doesn't change is Jehovah. His organisation, the kingdom, us as people, our knowledge of things, we're changing all the time, and if we didn't, it's just boring. So we need change. Change is good. But at the same time, there are things that stay the same about ourselves. So certain personality traits, certain quirks we have, whether somebody's musical, for example, or more artistic. They're things about their personality. They're not a bad thing, but it's just part of who they are. And for me, I feel that part of that core personality is intensity. And I know that that is a lot for some people. I had one brother explain it to me this way. He was so sweet. He said that when the sun shines, some people completely love it and they just bask in it. Other people love the sun, but it strains their eyes a little bit, so they put sunglasses on. Other people are like, no, and they retreat to shade. And basically, I can be like that. I'm not saying I'm sunshine, obviously, but I just mean, you know, some people, when it comes to my melodramatic, intense, excitable, cheery demeanour, some people love it, drawn to that side of me. Others are like, yeah, we like it, but a little bit too much, so we're gonna not spend lots of time. And others are just, no, thank you. So we say hello, we keep, you know, we're still friends, but there's that distance there. And the fact is, I know I'm intense. I am incredibly obsessive over things. I will listen to the same song if I like it, all day, every day, for a couple of weeks. If I like a film, I'll probably watch it once a day for a good few weeks. I'm an obsessive person about things and people, but I like that about myself. And I feel like I'd be a bit boring otherwise. It's kind of one of the few things that I like about myself, that I am that intense. I'm enthusiastic. A lot of my friends call me Captain Cheery, because even though I have anxiety and at times I have mini meltdowns, on the whole, I am cheery. I'll always try to find the sunshine, because I really feel like even on the worst days, there's a possibility for joy. And actually, you'll see behind me, there's a quote that I have on my bedroom wall. If you can't read it, I don't know if you'll be able to. Life is not about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. It's quotes like that. It's the ideas behind that. I cherish those because to me, it's really true. And as you guys know, I've not had a really challenging life, but some of the things that have happened to me have been pretty horrendous, and it could have easily made me retreat into a shell and be overly negative about myself and people and life in general. But that's not who I am. When something happens to me that is really rubbish, of course it hurts and I struggle with it just like everybody else, but I'm determined to make things so that I come out better. I don't want to come out of things bitter and hating life and people and losing myself. I don't want to do that. The fact is, my self-confidence is not great. I am seriously self-conscious about the way I look, about my personality, about conversation. I'm so awkward a lot of the time, and I know for me one of the biggest things that I'm working on is conversation, because I have learned that when I'm in a group of 3 or more, I barely speak. I hadn't noticed it until somebody had pointed it out, and it's true. I don't really say anything because I sit there worried that people are just not gonna want to hear what I have to say, or anything that I do say is just stupid and unimportant and irrelevant. So I end up just saying nothing, and I have, in my head, as we all have like a running commentary, as I'm in conversation with people, I'll hear in my head what I would add to the conversation, but I don't have the confidence to add it. It's just something I'm working on. And so when people say to me that I'm intense, I know that I am. But in a way, I'm not sorry. I'm not going to apologise for being fiercely loyal, because the fact is, if you're my friend, I will absolutely do anything for you. I would go to the ends of the earth, because to me, friendship is so precious. And not that I'm going to take it back to this for everything, but when you grow up with only one parent, you learn to cherish people that choose to stay in your life. Because the fact is, when you're born, there are just 2 people in your life that are expected to stay. There are 2 people that are meant to be there all the time, and that's your parents. And when you feel growing up like that's the person that has chosen to not want you and to not stay, the relationships that you then have in life of people that they get to know you and think, do you know what? Okay, she's weird, she's intense, she's a little bit insane, but I like this girl, I'm going to still be her friend and get to know her. People like that, people that choose to stay in my life and to love me despite my quirks, I cherish those people because they don't know the power that that has over me. So yeah, I change, I bend over backwards, I talk about different things depending on who I'm with, because deep down part of me is terrified that everybody else is going to leave. So I change and I try and compromise to be good enough for that person. But the fact is that my intensity and my overexcitement is the main part of my personality. When it comes to the truth, I am so excited about everything. And I'm not going to apologise for that. I think Jehovah is amazing and he blows my mind all the time. When I sit down and think about paradise, I can't comprehend it because it's just too amazing. And the fact that the way the meetings and the organisation and the ministry is changing and improving all the time, I get so excited about that. And I'm not going to apologise for that, because I'm not. There's no actual reason. I'm just not going to apologise for that, because I love that thing about myself. I love being excited about the truth. I love that when I meet somebody new, I get excited about the possibility of what that means. you know, when you meet somebody new, their life experience and who they are as a person has brought them to be the person that they are. And we only become who we are because of the lessons that we've learned from life. And that's exciting. You know, everybody's had such a different life experience and we're all so different, but we can all learn from each other and become better people by opening ourselves up and trusting people enough to allow ourselves to get hurt by them. So when I make a friend, as terrifying as that is for me, I am choosing to open myself up to ridicule and pain, and yeah, maybe they don't stay, but what if they don't? What if they stay, and what if they teach me amazing things about their life and just how to be a better person? I'm not going to apologise for that. And yeah, I know I can be annoying by listening to the same song or watching the same movies over and over again. And I love Disney and Star Wars and music and things, and I do a lot of because I get so excited. But I'm not going to apologise for that because it's part of who I am. And to be honest, we're all a bit crazy. We've all got our own quirks, and although we don't all love everything about each other, obviously, we know some pretty amazing people in our lives. And I think deep down, all we want is for people to choose us and to choose to stay. So, 2018, I have no idea what you're going to bring. I have no idea what challenges you'll bring. And to be honest, I don't know if I want to set that many goals because I set a lot of goals last year and it didn't really work out because 2017 was rubbish in a lot of ways. But also, I don't know who I'm going to meet this year. 2017, I met an incredible group of friends that I had known when I was 13 and we just hadn't reconnected until last year. And that group of people, I'm talking about you guys, the scavengers, in case you didn't know. That group of people helped me to see confidence and things in my personality that I hadn't seen before. And, you know, the things that I had thought were annoying and frustrating for others, they were the people that told me, we love that about you. We love that you're intense. We love that you're a bit weird because we're the same. And it's things like that. It's people like that. I don't know who I'm going to meet this year. I don't know what spiritual or actual adventures I'm going to go on. But I know that I'm ready for whatever comes. And I know that I will be intense for all of it. But I also hope that this time next year, if we're still in this system, the only thing I want out of this year is to be the friend that you deserve. I want to be a sister that Jehovah can be proud of, and somebody that my congregation can look to and know that they can count on me and that I always give my best. And to be honest, out of everything about myself and people that I know, the only thing I ever want from people that are in my life is for them to be proud of me. And that's part of my intensity, but I'm not going to apologise for that. So, Shelley, Sophia and anybody else that's watching, I know I'm intense and a bit crazy, and I have serious issues with self-confidence, but I'm pretty willing to bet that so do you. And thing is, I love you for who you are. So whether you are incredibly shy and quiet, just because you don't say lots doesn't mean you don't think lots. You still have a lot to say, and I'm still interested in knowing what those thoughts are. If you're outgoing and loud and bubbly, I still love that about you, and that inspires me, because everyone we meet, there's something else to learn, and there's something else that just inspires me to be better. So this year, that's what I'm looking to do. In terms of you guys, Shelley and Sophia, I am so looking forward to seeing you in 2 weeks for our little holiday together. I don't know what this was. I got all excited and I did this. I don't know what this was. But yeah, we're going to have a holiday together, have a seriously adventurous but chilled out time. I'm very much looking forward to our 80s night. I have my leg warmers and my gloves. Got them ready. I've got my £3 present for our sort of friendshipy swap thingy bobby. And I'm just looking forward to spending time with you guys. So Shelley and Sophia, I'll see you in 2 weeks for our holiday. And anybody else that is watching, I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye.